Hi guys, this is one of those days. Things come back to me. It's very difficult to go through some of these very shocking memories now, but I have to incorporate. Shock protects you sometimes, and the trauma does too. It protects you from the heinousness of crimes that you can't quite incorporate into your being. But now that so much of that is over, things come up that I have to re-examine, incorporate this new information. I'd like to also go over this diamond ring that I got at the end of the 20-year marriage. It split in two. I was at work at ACP, American College of Physicians, and we can get into some of these workplaces and the abuse. The ring split right in two. I could feel it poke into my skin. So I'm sitting there, it just came right apart. So we'll have to continue to talk about that. It's very strange. And then right away we had to go. That was the whole reason we had to go to Northeastern. So he needed more gold in his ring. My ring had split apart. That's number one. Number two, with this Coldwell group, there were divorce attorneys. I was up to my lake house, barricaded in because my ex-husband was still stalking and harassing me, stealing wood, breaking things, doing all kinds of things. They were stealing stuff right out of the lake house, and I was trying to stay there and live. This man wanted $5,000 to look at my case. I barely made a phone call for him. He kept the money and then refused to do any work. Again, it was round and round with the post office because he kept sending things that he would accuse me of getting. I mean, and it was barely a couple phone calls. You're supposed to sign a paper saying he's willing to be your lawyer. Well, to make a long story short, it went round and round with the post office. I never got the mail. Finally, I called him back. I said, we're not even getting to the point where you're doing any law work. I was trying to hang on to my lake house. And he's still claiming he didn't get the paper, so he's going to keep the $5,000. Well, anyway, I grieved it with KeyBank. They were no help at all. I ended up getting $2,000 back. This man kept $3,000 of my money, and it was like 3 or 4 phone calls. And I was crying repeatedly because he was threatening to throw me out of the lake house, and they did. Sheriffs descended on the place, the state police. I had barely 10 minutes. A few clothes were thrown on the deck, and I was thrown out of there without and we were still married, without any defense, without any redress of what was going on, and we were still married. Be safe.